Oh, hi. My name is Rosalind. I'm calling from Canada. I'm calling again.
Hey,
Um,
Robert.
okay, so I was watching this video. It was called Dr. Malachi Z. York Update. This was done 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I gathered, it was brothers, sons of Dr. Malachi York, uh, sons having a discussion about the situation with their father. And it seems to be some sort of separation between Sabian and the Nuwaupian. Wapi? Is that pronounced properly?
I'll help you with the pronunciation once you finish asking the question.
Yeah. So, what's the difference between the two? I know he spoke about Sabians earlier, and I actually watched a documentary 2 days ago on the Arab race
Mm-hmm.
and how they've been split up, and they did speak about Joktan, who had like sons, and there was Sabians in there. So he explained earlier, that the Sabians that the caller called in earlier is not the same group of people that Wu-Sabat is claiming to be. So I was just curious about, what's the difference between within the organization? Not that you're an organization, but what's the difference between Sabians and the
Okay.
um, Nuwaupians?
Okay. I got you. So the name is Malachi, not Malachi, for one, and Nuwaupian and Nuwaubian. Is the difference is the B and the P, which is really going back to the language because a B can be interchanged with the P. They're no difference. They're the same. Although some people will claim they are, meaning that the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, took us through various schools and we were known by many, many titles because names are titles. And you have to break down each name and what it means to really fully understand it. Now, along the journey, along the way, which people may not realize was going backwards, meaning that starting with like, well, originally he came wanting to teach us the science of Wu Nuwapu or Nupu, which is Nuwaupian, ties into Sabian. I already explained about the tie-in of Sabas to Sheba or Makida or Ma'at Kare, known as Belkis in the Islamic world, all the way back to the stars. But the point I'm making is that there's a great falling away, meaning that each school he went through, so he wanted to teach us Wunuwap. We weren't ready for it because the questions everybody kept asking was on religion. And so what he did was kind of put it away in its pure form, but embedded it throughout the questions and the religious schools that we went through. So every school, whether it was, you know, when he was teaching us, about Yoruba, when we moved on from that, some people dropped off. When we went through to Islam, you know, when we moved out of Islam school and went into, like, he's teaching us about, the life and times of what people call Jesus and Christianity. When we moved from that, teaching, the Judaic schools, many people, every school we went through, some people dropped off because they got so comfortable or they were like in that school that they were comfortable in, like being a Muslim or being an Israelite or a Jew. And as we went on into the Egyptology, into the Sumerian doctrine, some people till this day, they got stuck in the Sumerian school or got stuck in Egyptology. And as we were walking backwards back into our culture of Wu-Sabat and being known throughout history, throughout different, time periods by different names, now to the point where we're so divided and so segregated that some people don't want to move away. So he put out a book called Let's Set the Record Straight. They don't want to move away, even the Native American school, but we were walking all the way back to ancient Africa, pre-dynastic to our culture. So to answer the question, even within the family, with the different children and so on, like any family, there will be certain conflicts. And I think we should go this way, we should do that. And over the years, many things have had to be implemented in terms of how we can manage this situation, because remember, there's a lot of trauma. Many people forget that this is somebody's father, this is somebody's husband, this is somebody's uncle, right? And so tensions do get to a point where some people are fed up, they're tired, and then infighting starts. And then you have agents and moles and, you know, FBI agents and all kinds of people that they don't want his release and want him to come out. So yeah, it's a very tiring situation. But what we're not going to do is, like some people do is wash their dirty linen in public, as they say. Family business is family business, and some people want to stay outside and they don't become a part of the family so they can help solve the problems. Instead, they want to gossip and run with it, and it's just sensationalism. And you know, we're not about that. So that's why we say, come into the group, come on Telegram, ask your questions, you know, be a part of the fight, be a part of the solution, and not part of the chaos and the problem. But we got another call, so let's take that call. Caller, what's your name, where you calling from, and what's your question, please?